What's up, everybody? Another rough day. We put the engine back in the S10 last night, and the back of the pan wasn't leaking. Now the front of the pan's leaking. So Billy tightens up the front two corner pan bolts a little bit more. Leak goes away in the back. He thought, well, I'll go ahead and snug up the rest of them too. He snugs up the rest of them, tightens up the two back corners, and all of a sudden gray silicone starts squeezing out between the pan and the pan gasket. It's a Felpro one-piece pan gasket. Now keep in mind that pan was put on 24 hours prior, and we just could not believe that that silicone had not set up. It literally oozed out like we had just put it on 10 minutes prior, and we actually put that pan on before we went to go see that movie in the last video. So we fired up again. Now it's got oil pouring out the back of it. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we doctored it up a little bit, and we thought, well, we'll let it sit overnight. Come back out this morning, fired it up. Initially, looked like we had it licked. And then as soon as we put it on boost, we set the trans brake and brought it up on boost. Here comes the oil pouring out the rear main seal. I swear to God, we're cursed. This whole project, this whole engine thing is just cursed. But we pulled the engine back out again. The engine's on the engine stand out here right now. And my brother came back down again today from the farm. God bless him. And Billy's out here, and Tommy's been out here, and Kenny's been out here. All of us have been working on this thing all day today, again. And Billy and Jeremy, my brother, are out there right now bolting the oil pan back on. This time, we put a line bore rear main seal in it. Now, we bought this thing as kind of an unknown. It is standard bore, but evidently it's been line bored. Now, Bob line honed it. Didn't bore it, just honed it. Not enough to cause any trouble with a rear main seal. And God, what a mess. This time we used a SCE rear main seal that is for specifically Ford line board blocks. And when Jeremy slid the rear main seal in the block, he's like, oh, that feels a lot tighter than the old one. And then Billy checked it and he said, yeah, it's for sure. It fits much tighter against the crank this time than it did the last two times. So you can bet and be sure that before we slap the oil pan on Tommy's small block, we'll be checking that rear main seal, because this has been an absolute freaking disaster. On the good side, we're getting really good at pulling this engine in and out of that S10 pickup. I think we've got it down now to about an hour and a half from shut the key off to putting it on the engine stand. We can have it out in about an hour and a half. While they're out there working on that, I got a couple errands to run. So while the kids are out in the shop working on the S10, I made a trip over to RCD Sales in Etna, Ohio to pick up some parts for our race car trailer. This is like the jegs for camping. Anything and everything you could ever imagine for an RV or camping is available over at RCD. And I mean anything and everything. Looking at all these brand new RVs and campers, it's astonishing all the changes in technology and options available since we bought our trailer 15 years ago. I went over to order a new power inverter for our trailer because ours quit working a long time ago. They didn't have one in stock. They had to order it in, but they'll have it first thing in the morning. So I guess I'll be back tomorrow. Vicky's got quite the list for me to do on our race car trailer before No Prep Kings. By the time I got back, Billy and Jeremy already had the engine set back down in the truck, and they were working on putting bell housing bolts back in.
Make it to No Prep Kings.
We're gonna make it.
We might make it, but will we do any good?
All right, guys, so we're putting the converter bolts in right now. This is the third time this week we've pulled the engine out and put it back in, trying to fix this freaking oil leak. And the oil leak, I feel like we keep chasing it. One end of the pan to the other, and then the rear main seal, and gee, Merry Christmas, what a total disaster, but we're closing in on it. We're about, what do you say, Billy? 15 minutes? We're about 15 minutes from firing this thing up, putting water in it. Check it. Hell no, I ain't waiting until tomorrow. We're gonna find out tonight. It's up here on the firewall. I already checked and I tightened it up a little bit. You want to say a prayer? All right, I'm ready. You ready to check it? The moment of truth.
It's clean.
Huh?
It's clean. Not a drop. Nothing.
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 Oh, God, thank God. Praise Jesus. That's all I can say. Thank you, Lord, for Right Stuff Silicone.
And Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Your brother Jeremy. My uncle. Kenny.
And Kenny.
And A1 Auto Parts.
And A1 Auto Parts.
And Jags.
And Jegs.
And Terry.
And Terry. Miss Kimmy.
And Molly. And you. And everyone. Tommy.
Thank you, Lord. Let's go to No Prep Kings.